Okay, I just want you to see, I just took still images of what is the LAPD is group stalking by helicopter. This is relevant positioning. All right, the entity is, this is relevant positioning while they are, again, flying in this direction. As I walk out of my office, the amplified sound of plane engine, it actually didn't sound like helicopter activity, it sounded like plane activity. It's audible activity nonetheless, and it's occurring under what is, again, the maintenance of the light source. So let me zoom out so you can see this. This is the maintenance of the light source. This is still in alignment. This is stalking in the path with light. This is the illusion of what's supposed to be the natural environment. It's not the natural environment. This is remaining all day long with that which is not the sun, rising on one side of an apartment and setting on the other, is the pattern of conduct of where federal group stalking and monitoring is underway. This is the light source, which is directly over me. The entity is maintaining the light source. The Los Angeles Police Department does not stop group stalking and monitoring with the people. I am subject to the pattern of conduct inside of my private space. The entity is a sex offender and is engaging in what is terrorism, again, in your private life. It's also occurring in the workplace. That's what I'm showing. There is no sun that will be present over Harupa Valley Country Village Apartments. There is no sun that will be present over, let alone for the duration of the day, as I also documented it, over room 227, because that's where it was. It was over me as I was inside of my room 227, as I would walk outside in the parking lot at 2301 South Euclid Avenue in Ontario, California. While I remained in room 227, the light source was in its zenith over my head. I documented this in the morning. I documented this in the middle of the afternoon. I documented the maintenance of the light source in the evening, as it was, again, like you see it now, in alignment to me as I stood on the grounds in front of my hotel room at Economy Inn at 2301 South Euclid Avenue. What I'm showing you is a pattern, all of which are impossible to coexist at the same time. The sun is not a stationary object. Again, it's the same exact analysis. And what you also see with regard to this phenomenon of the maintenance of a light source, which is not present over all of these addresses, over everyone, in other words, everywhere where you're at for the duration of the day. It is speaking to what it coexists is the engineered light. And that is also what is captured at every single venue where I'm documenting the entity group stalking by corrupt law enforcement agencies, in addition to what is occurring in that specific environment. It's currently 5:01 p.m. on the dot, and this is me walking out of my office. Again, this is building 1810 North Alvarado Street. In the morning, the light source is right here on this side of the same building. It's on the opposite side of the same building. Okay, that's not the natural environment, and there is no misperception of depth such that it's actually way over people in San Bernardino, California. No, you're understanding what's the reality of the environment that we're in, and the fact that the state of Florida saw a sun in their sky space is not speaking to the operation of the natural environment. It is not speaking to the to some unreasonable and impossible fact that, idea or notion that this sun is visible in the state of Florida, and that while it's remaining stationary, it's at the same time in constant movement, even though it looks like it's not going anywhere. And the only time that it's rapidly moving is when I happen to move my person, by the way. And also, while it's remaining stationary, it's also huddled over in the back of venues, like in the back of the Ovid Family Community Library, while I'm also looking at it, what is an obstructed view from my hotel room at Economy Inn. I can only see a specific area of sky space. And also, while it's remaining over the roof of the Upland Public Library, you can only see a very specific area of the sky space. This is ridiculous. This is the pattern of conduct. There is no mistaking about what I'm exposing, about what the entity is doing in the environment that it's necessarily doing it in, because the people of the state are group stalkers. And group stalking is demonic activity. And that's going to be prosecuted as what is terrorism. Okay? That's 1810 number 5, engaging in the pattern of conduct with a minor child. And that's a psychopath that knows that they're being documented. It is in no way suggesting innocence. It's removing them from the custody of the group stalkers that are monitoring with a corrupt law enforcement agency and that are engaging in what is a sex offense and ongoing terrorism with those. And he's ready to lose custody of his child. That's why they engage in such foolish acts like that on video. That's documentation against the entirety of the entity, by the way. It's 5:03 p.m. This is P.O.C. That's abundance with a minor child engaging in federal group stalking and monitoring. P.O.C.